Losers Finals. It's going to be Vinnie's Cloud against Frozen's Mewtwo. We did see Vinnie lose to Frozen in winter semis, but he lost with Sheik.
With Sheik, that's
very
important.
He is going to switch it up. He's going to go with Cloud. Definitely, you know, I would say maybe a better matchup against Mewtwo. We'll see how it goes. Vinnie's Cloud already proven to be very good. He took out DK Will with it.
Pretty good change of pace for him.
And certainly a very different character from Sheik. So Frozen's matchup knowledge, obviously no longer relevant. Although I'm sure everyone knows the Cloud matchup.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Frozen used to play Mewtwo in the Voldemort game, he's like, it's going back to his heritage a little bit when he goes by and plays Mewtwo. So I'm like not shocked at all that he's going back to him.
Frozen went for the ledge almost went for a great combo there. He had an extended combo, almost got a ledge cancel there to extend it even farther, but just missed the ledge cancel on that top platform a couple seconds ago. And now Vinnie bringing this back with some up air strings. It's basically a tie game again. Big question in this matchup, can Mewtwo edge guard Cloud? Because Cloud is going to kill so much earlier on stage. Definitely already at kill percent for limit cross slash, pretty much anywhere on stage unless it's all the way across. Almost clipped him with the last hit of that, but a good air dodge by Frozen, stalling out and then coming through it.
Yeah, nice.
Still Vinnie in control.
Vinnie, hey, they're looking for these grabs. They both want the grabs, but they just keep spot dodging or rolling past each other.
Forward air there. Interesting option from Vinnie.
Going for the braver, dude.
Back air, gonna punish the get-up attack.
That was kind of unsafe from Frozen. I'm not sure what he was going for with that get-up attack.
I think that Vinnie was out of range anyway. Mewtwo's get-up attack is pretty good, unusually high range, but not that good.
That was so slick! This man just down-aired him into the ground, read the tech roll read to the right, and went for an up smash. Great stuff coming from Frozen, but wasn't enough to get the kill.
Oh, almost got the disable. That would have taken the first stock right there.
This man looking slick.
Frozen not holding back here in Losers Finals. Definitely feeling confident. He took out Vinnie in winner's side. And now he's trailing in this game, but almost taking the stock right there. Oh, he teched that.
Great stuff from Vinnie, dude. Just knowing what was going to happen with the trajectory from that neutral air in order to hit the R button just in time. Vinnie's living. He's not getting rid of his stock that easily. Even at 164%, he's still living the dream, dude.
Yeah, well, John Numbers is not the only one who can tech at max rage.
Oh, he's at a jump. This is going to be really bad.
Almost. Good job of reverse grabbing the ledge, but that Shadow Claw will take it. Probably would have taken it about 100% ago.
Yeah, and as you were saying about John Numbers being like the king of tech in the walls, I feel like when you become like a top player, you just have to know. It's expected of you to get the tech down. When you miss a tech, people get hyped because, oh my god, they missed a tech. Yeah. It's expected that you get the tech now. That was a slick wall jump, but Vinnie had so many options covered with that neutral air, man.
I would guess that he was going for the ledge cancel, but didn't jump high enough off the wall, and then didn't have time to adjust, so he just up-beat back to the stage so he wouldn't SD. That's what he was going for. He gets the ledge cancel there, but the falling up air from Vinnie going to put him back in the advantage state here.
And now he's looking mad scared, trying to get that landing. He's out of jumps. Let's see if Vinnie can capitalize on this.
And this is exactly what we saw in, well, that's going to take it. Raises his arms to the sky. That's going to take game one for Vinnie's Cloud. This is exactly what we saw in Winners Finals. A little, boop, boop, yeah. So Cloud getting the up air right there. This is what we saw Frozen having problems with in Winners Finals, not being able to get off the ledge. And so eventually, as a panic option, he just tries to keep returning to the stage directly. He's afraid of being ledge trapped by a limit Cloud. And so instead his solution is to go for a ledge cancel or go for a landing on stage. And Cloud just has so many options to cancel that out. As we saw, neutral air covers those ledge cancels. He covered an entire platform with neutral air on the top of the screen at one point in that match. And Cloud, obviously, so many big hitboxes really can cover a lot of space.
And now we're going to KK Slider's other main stage, Smashville, rather than Town City. And we're going to see if, Frozen can mix something up. As you know, this is a best 3 of 5, so Frozen still has at least 2 more games to play with to try to figure out the strategy that Vinnie's going with this new character.
Had some great movement there, but then messed it up with the beyond the stage and got punished. Still, Frozen doing pretty well early on. He had a quick 0 to 30 string, but I don't know about that up B. Frozen getting a little too warp happy here, warping around, trying to mix up Vinnie, I guess.
A great catch from Frozen, going for the pivot grab to try to send him with a back throw off stage in order to maintain stage control.
Also, pivot grabbing there gives you an easier time as far as actually catching. The landing, because Cloud can drift so far.
Can we talk about that F smash for a second? Like, yeah. Vinnie, please.
I think he was going for footstool disable there, but he Probably slipped and hit the A button instead.
Man, when you see both opponents on that Smashville ledge,
so
the platform,
scary.
when they're that close to the blast zone, like you just don't know what's going to happen.
Especially both of these characters could kill off the top at a moment's notice. Mewtwo's got that up smash, as well as the up throw. Any grab now would seal the stock for Mewtwo. Get up attack, that was dangerous, but Vinnie not punishing, just jumps out of shields.
He's coming back, trying to land with that down air.
Oh, he doesn't go for the up throw.
I don't think it would have killed. And I think
that's going to kill.
That. Yeah, the Blade Beam will. Now he's lost all of his rage, so that's going to kill for even longer.
Goes for single jab twice. Vinnie punishes the second one. That's not a terrible idea because Mewtwo's rapid jab is pretty bad while his single jab is pretty solid. What a tech!
Once again, Vinnie getting the tech of the gods underneath the stage in order to survive when he...
That's going to take it, finally.
No normal human should be able to survive that, but you see Vinnie hitting that R button just like...
Yeah, timing is just perfect on those. We've seen a couple of great techs already from Vinnie in this set. And now we see a pretty even match right here. Vinnie starting to take control. Frozen brought it back, tied it up on stock count. But Vinnie starting to run away with a % lead. This is really dangerous for Mewtwo in this matchup. Cloud kills so much earlier, you really don't want to give him the chance. Whereas right now with Limit...
Oh, that was so unfortunate of Frozen. He got caught. He got clipped by the first couple swings from Limit Break cross slash, and then like he was like, I guess DIing downwards. And then
he probably was trying to SDI out.
Yeah, and then because he went to panic mode, he went for the up B, and it just kind of went nowhere. And now Vinnie's up 2-0 when Frozen previously had a victory over him, you know, because that's one of the downsides when you get a victory over such a top tier player is that if you beat them again in loser's side and they beat you, it's almost like it was invalid.
Exactly, but also I think it speaks to Vinnie's ability to adapt.
Yes.
He's been around for so long, such a great player for so many years in this game. He really understands how to read people. And he's starting to get the read on Frozen. Even if he gets hit with these early % combos, he knows how to avoid the hits that matter. He's teching all of the stage spikes, and he's avoiding Mewtwo's grab setups once he's at kill %. He's avoiding the down tilt confirms. But as I say that, Frozen's starting to take a pretty good lead at the start of this match. But that side B going to bring it right back, and this is basically even now.
And what's strange enough is that if Vinnie ends up winning this 3-0, he moves on to Grand Finals to have to take 2 sets off of Ralphie. Ralphie of all players.
He goes for the finishing touch right there. Yeah, I have to say, as Ralphie, I would probably want to fight Frozen again just because of how dominant that last set was. Frozen's played extremely well today, but Ralphie really seemed to have his number.
And another thing that Ralphie's probably thinking about is that maybe he wants to prove his worth against Vinnie as well. He's like, he'd feel weird. I mean, I would feel weird if I won a tournament with Vinnie in attendance and then didn't fight Vinnie.
Yeah.
That'd be really weird. So I feel like,
or Angel or Numbers.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, he beat Numbers.
Oh, right. Oh, he did beat Numbers. You're right.
But regardless, Frozen's got this lead a little bit, taking first blood from Vinnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said the right name.
Whoever that is.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yes, this is Vinnie. This is Vinnie's Cloud here. Has not been able to take this first stock, though. Dangerous being on that Smashville platform over near the side, but he also just baits Vinnie over towards it.
Again, going for these overhead presses over and over, trying to smack Vinnie out of his, or Frozen out of his like air dodges. Manages to land that fast fall back air, taking away his first stock.
So yeah, definitely not out of this yet. Vinnie down 60% at the start of this stock. And he's getting hit with some more things here, but Frozen not able to convert into a kill just yet. Ooh, dangerous up B right there. I think he missed the ledge. I don't think that was intentional. But Vinnie does not punish. Oh, he went for the edge cancel right there. Didn't quite get it.
Frozen's hanging in there, dude. If he gets one grab, this is going to be really big for him. Goes for the back throw, placing him off stage. He's going to use his double jump to get back on the stage in order to save his limit break. We got the double neutral air. Oh, that was almost the slickest thing I would have seen Vinnie do. But Frozen just managed to DI away from it. Gets the down throw into forward air shadow claw conversion. Finally putting a point on the board against this man.
Yeah, that was a very solid finish right there. Vinnie was starting to bring it back, got that nair string across the stage, but as soon as Frozen avoided that cross slash, just seemed to be more confident, and then went in and got the grab and got the confirm off of it.
And you know, Vinnie's smiling after that. It's like he's still pretty confident. He's got 2 counter picks in his way in order to beat Frozen. So he's not distraught at all.
So he's going to stick with Cloud. He's going to bring Mewtwo to Battlefield here. He could potentially go Sheik if he loses this game. However, you know, with how winners semis turned out, I would think that he'd probably stay Cloud or maybe try Rosa if it doesn't work out. Anyway, these two spacing each other out early on. Vinnie getting the first real big hit there.
I'm going to go for that back throw in order to try to apply some damage. Where did he go?
He got
Where are you going?
Right there.
Why are you all dead? Frozen?
I think what happened there was that since he got hit with the Shadow Ball, he couldn't immediately grab the ledge again. Because at first he was still in those frames where you can't grab ledge after getting hit by an attack. And then when he up-B'd, he was too low to snap to the ledge, because Cloud's up-B, of course, doesn't snap at the top of it. And so Frozen just waits for him and gets the down air spike.
And Vinnie now has to play pickup after like that mistake. He's just got to get back in and take 2 stocks away from Frozen before he loses 1 if he doesn't want to go into a Game 5 scenario. Now what's bad is even though Vinnie still has 1 more game after this, if he manages to go to Game 5, Frozen's going to have so much momentum on his side.
Absolutely.
Bringing him to a reverse 3-0 is a very big possibility.
Ooh,
Vinnie's aware
almost.
of that. So he wants to cut this out while he still can. He wants to end this at Game 4. It's not one of the Game 5 situation.
Definitely, and if it goes to Game 5, you have all those mind games of, which character is Vinnie going to play. Obviously, Frozen looking confident with Mewtwo right now. Vinnie struggled in the Sheik Mewtwo matchup earlier, and if he loses 2 games in a row with Cloud, you have to wonder if we would see Rosa or someone else.
But this man just goes for the limit break climb hazard instead in the raw neutral, sends him out of the stage, and Vinnie's still in this.
Absolutely, 74% can be made up very quickly by a Cloud. However, he's also getting closer and closer to kill percent. Frozen nearly taking this to a Game 5. His ledge cancels have been pretty solid overall. Missed a couple in Game 3, but they've been very good in this game so far.
Movement has been crisp, dude. Over these down airs into up airs. Where's he going with his back air?
Vinnie, that neutral air
He just
covers
cuts him, dude.
absolutely everything.
He just got some.
Get up attack. We've seen a couple of dangerous get up attacks from Frozen so far. That's a better option, I think.
This could be the stage control that Vinnie needs. This is not letting Frozen land on the ground. As I say, they managed to get back down to back to his feet, firmly placed down. But he gets a confusion. He's looking dazed. He's got stars in his eyes.
Frozen takes Game 4 with a disable up smash.
Pokedex number 150 coming in clutch for Frozen as you're going to go into a Game 5 against ex-Soldier Cloud Strife. Vinnie.
Wow.
Can Vinnie pull this off? Can he make this last game count, or will Frozen go back to face against his demon, Ralphie?
Stay in Cloud.
I agree with that decision. I think his Cloud was doing work. Like I said, he got
yeah, he was absolutely in both games.
destroyed that first stock. So like, I think it was just like I wouldn't say it was a fluke, but definitely he should not look.
It's something you wouldn't expect to happen again.
Yeah. So like I feel like his Cloud could do it. And I think he feels that. Oh wait.
Oh, he's thinking about it. He's going to go Rosalina here. I do think this is a good matchup for Rosa. Shadow Ball zoning is invalidated by Rosa's down B, of course.
In Town and City.
Yeah, and Rosa, such a good character on this stage especially.
With
Mewtwo being
low
so
ceilings.
light really will die to the Luma stuff super early.
And this is Frozen's old main as well before Corrin came out as DLC.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
He used to main Rosalina back in the Staten Island Smash days.
So definitely some matchup knowledge then. However, Vinnie's Rosa was really good when it came out earlier today. Took a game off of DK Will.
Vinnie has an amazing Rosa.
Yeah,
like,
I've seen him play Rosa before. He
just
definitely
doesn't
very
bust it
solid.
out in tournament very often, but like he has like almost on par with DeBuzz, dude. Like not quite as DeBuzz because DeBuzz actually mains the character, but
it's not a
Vinnie's
Rosa main, but still knows what he's doing.
Yeah, nothing.
And Vinnie's such a solid fundamental player. Rosa, obviously a character that doesn't have standard fundamentals, but Vinnie does a very good job transferring it over. And he's keeping up in this match. I bet that was probably a misinput for a short hop up air.
A little bit too antsy there, but it's okay. Luma's back in position. Frozen once again trying to go for the confusion.
Good stall with confusion. Avoids the 50-50 of the air
dodge.
dodge.
That's disable.
Yeah.
I always mix up those two. But
jab, F smash with Luma at the ledge. And Vinnie is going to take the first stock here with his Rosalina.
Rosalina coming in clutch for Vinnie. If he wants to win this tournament, he has to take out this game.
That was a really good back air there from Vinnie, landing at the exact right time with the back air. Gets a little bit of extra percent and staying safe. Frozen's doing a good job of doing damage to Luma and even getting rid of him. Let's see if he can't quite finish him off right there, though. And as long as Luma is active, I think Rosa definitely has a big edge in this matchup.
Tries to get that second swing of up air, but just not letting it get to him.
And that's the matchup knowledge coming in there from Frozen. He's stalling with confusion so that he avoids the 50-50 entirely, and Rosa just can't reach him with that second up air. Misses the ledge cancel, but drifts far enough into center stage that he doesn't get punished.
He's just going for the dash attack neutral in order to try to get something going against him off stage. But you know what? Vinnie's still sitting at 2 stocks at the 92%. Frozen struggling against this matchup. He can just not find an opening.
Yeah, I think this is a really good choice for Vinnie with the counter pick, especially having counter pick advantage and being able to choose Town and City. Ooh, that downer going to take it off the top, though.
That was the most interesting downer. I agree that he backs off a little bit because Luma's bouncing like that. You just got to be super wary. Like One of the worst things that could happen to you is if you get killed by Luma while Rosalina is falling in the background.
Yeah.
But Vinny's still in control here. Frozen's got to make something work if he wants to move on to Grand Finals. Putting a second one on Vinny would look great on his resume.
Vinny power shielding all these projectiles, not trying to be baited into the down B.
The double neutral trying to get that into one last swing of a forward air.
Rosa's a very light character, almost as light as Mewtwo, so both of these characters will be dying very early.
This
that was a great grab right there.
Oh, he uses
this is the up air.
I'm glad he uses confusion to just get out of that situation. That was super smart. Gets hit by the up air. If he gets one more, Frozen's going to be done. But manages to land with that neutral air. Has no problem getting back down onto the ground. Vinny looking for an opening. Gets a grab. Back throws him back off stage.
Dangerous situation here for Frozen. Vinny in really good position. Has the Luma ledge trap and the Nair. And that's going to take it.
The Luma neutral air will send him off stage. And Vinny showing that, hey, I am a PGR top 50 player. Respect me. I'm a Brawl legend. You cannot just come in here and beat me twice in one tournament. I'm going to move on to play against... Wait, who's in Grand Finals?
Ralphie.